Time to review Ukraine. The host country had their first rehearsal. Should we do it? Let's do this. Well, that wasn't in sync, but luckily O.Torvald was. They are giving us major head at Eurovision 2017, singing around the bust of someone. Maybe it's the lead singer. You know, it lights up, it illuminates. There are many strobe effects. They moved away from all that bloody imagery from the national selection, perhaps out of sensitivity to the ongoing geopolitical conflict here. This was in some ways pared back and, pared down. But for me, it was just as engaging. I wasn't a huge fan of all the blood and gore necessarily. This looks cleaner and tighter, and it made the song sound better to me. Final point, at the very end, the camera pans up, and you see that the head is like submerged in the stage. It's essentially a man submerged beneath them singing, because you see his shoulders kind of in the bottom of the floor. It's very hard to explain, but it looks very cool.
Well, I remember writing in my Wee Jury review that O.Torvald's biggest achievement was that they made time last an eternity, because the song on the studio version, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Live it is better, but I think they've lost some of the power and the impact that they had in the Ukrainian selection. Obviously they couldn't go with the tanks that they had in their semi-final performance, but I thought their final, when they had the digital clocks doing the countdown and the spatterings of blood, it's not directly related to Crimea, so I don't think it should have been an issue. It was more exciting. Now they're just like Soft Engine back in 2014, and Soft Engine were virtually a boy band, whereas O.Torvald are meant to be these rockers, and the head serves no purpose as far as I'm concerned.
I kind of like the head. There are moments, there are moments where like his eyes flash, and there's a lot of strobe lighting, so if you're sensitive to that, then be warned. It is very Soft Engine, but almost like a pared back. There's lightning bolts going all over the LED backdrop. There are moments that it works. I did prefer the Ukrainian national final performance, though. I think that was better. But other than that, they sounded good. I think that O.Torvald are an acquired taste for many Eurovision fans. So there will be people who will like it, there will be people who won't. Soft Engine did very well though, and they have a great running order, so there's positives still for Ukraine. They haven't thrown everything away, at least.
They've made this more mainstream. They'll be alienating less people. At the very end, it kind of goes golden, and we see the sun rising above mountains, I believe, symbol of hope. A quiet kind of artistic and poetic ending. Everything goes silent after
like the storm that's going on before that.
It's very nice. They're taking us on a visual journey, which makes this more interesting because the song is very repetitive. In any case, I think this is going to come mid-table. I don't think this is a disaster. No. I don't think Ukraine wants to win again. I think this has elevated. So if they unleash a really big surprise, which I think they will, maybe the head will open and some dancers going to run out, or something like Manga, Turkey in 2010, I think this could go higher than people expect. So I think a mid-table, maybe 10 to 15 even, if the surprises that remain are big enough.
Well, if this wasn't Ukraine, I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing a make-mix and coming dead last on home soil. But Ukraine has too many friends, so I think that'll push them into the top 15.
I think they're looking more at like a Robin Wernberg finish in 2013 than they are a make-mix, or maybe like a Sabina Babayeva in 2012. Like, they're aiming for about 13th, 14th, left-hand side, just about there. I think that'll be fine. If they suddenly unleash a load of pyro or something else,
it's coming.
Maybe that will be a bit more. I mean, we didn't see any of the run-throughs we witnessed today, but I think that there's a good kind of base here. They haven't harmed themselves too much with the changes they've made.
Well, that's what we think. What do you think? Are you excited to see the rehearsal? Do you think O.Torvald can win again? And what do you think of the song after all these weeks? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
It's time to shine and time to subscribe.
And please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.
And we will see you later.
Bye.